So
Yes.
today is 3/28/24, and I get the privilege of working with David Starr and seeing what his soul illumination process will reveal. So I'm going to keep it not so full screen. There we go. Okay. So first we're going to start out with me reading. I work with Saint Germain. So this is an I Am Decree. This is from book 1. It's from the Saint Germain Press. So we're going to do that first to use the violet flame to clear anything out of our fields. Okay, so here we go. Violet flame from the central sun, violet flame from the central sun, violet flame from the central sun, in, through, and around, all under this radiation, this instant and forever descend. Descend, descend, descend. Defend, defend, defend. Command, command, command. I am, I am, I am. Control, control, control. Let hold, take hold, take hold, take hold. Unfold, unfold, unfold. Our victory, victory hold. Expand, expand, expand. Our freedom now demand. In thee we ever stand. I am, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am. Forevermore, I am. The only acting presence, which right now sweeps into the physical octave, swift as a flash, perfect as the ascended masters see it. And I demand this manifest, manifest, manifest in all our victory, victory, victory attained right now. I expect this manifest, manifest, manifest in all our victory, victory, victory attained right now. I am this manifest, manifest, manifest in all our victory, victory, victory attained right now. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. Okay. And now we'll, that felt good. Did that feel good to you?
Yeah, it was a cool decree. I could sense that. It was
Yeah.
I like it.
Good heart stuff.
Hmm.
Okay, so now what we'll do is we're connecting with the Galactic Akashic Record Keepers. And I read this 3 times and then I make sure we're in. And I'm not reading your Akashic Records. I'm just using this to get into the correct place. It's my security blanket that I'm in the right place, basically.
Okay.
But sometimes, and you'll see if you want, you can come in and see what I see. If it's only happened once that somebody did
Mm.
that, but you're welcome to if I don't have
Okay.
a problem with that. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Okay, we align with our divine primordial blueprint with guidance from the galactic Akashic records in all dimensions. All aspects of self are here now. All universal and celestial information and all important memories for our highest good and guidance are available to us now. We have access to all stellar wisdom of light now, delivered by the Galactic Akashic Record Keepers in reverence for the well-being of all life. And so it is. Okay. Okay. We align with our divine primordial blueprint with guidance from the Galactic Akashic Records in all dimensions. All aspects of self are here now. All universal and celestial information and all important memories for our highest good and guidance are available to us now. We have access to all stellar wisdom of light now, delivered by the Galactic Akashic Record Keepers in reverence for the well-being of all life. and so it is. Oh, we align with our divine primordial blueprint with guidance from the galactic Akashic records in all dimensions. All aspects of self are here now. All universal and celestial information and all important memories for our highest good and guidance are available to us now. We have access to all stellar wisdom of light now, delivered by the galactic Akashic record keepers in reverence for the well-being of all life. And so it is. Masters, teachers, and guides, please show us what we need to know. Are we in? Okay, so we're in. Okay. Okay, so they're showing you in a tropical island, like a Hawaiian type island. They're showing you in a fairly modern house with a bunch of windows. And it's as though it's one of your locations. You have that home and other homes, but that home you use to do retreats in. Is it Costa Rica? No, is it Hawaii? Which island? Is it Kauai? Is it Maui? Okay, it's saying Maui. Oh, okay. They're saying it's in Maui because the Lemurian, just got a big chill. The Lemurian light temple that is in the other dimensions on Maui is connected to you, and that you will be, you're not the keeper of it, but you are part of the group of guardians of it. Is it okay? And part of this is the Gaia Council and the Orion Council. Are you working with the Orion Council at all?
Not in my awareness. But
Okay, so because of your capacity to hold 6-dimensional energy, you are not working most of the time from 5th dimensional. You are already most of the time in 6-dimensional awareness, which is almost planetary awareness. 7th dimensional is planetary, but 6-dimensional, you are being connected to other councils who cannot reach most of the humans on Earth. So your role of clearing locations or of sensing distortions out of love. So it's the dissonance awareness is very, very strong. So you clear it. Every time you find it, you clear it, which allows you to be able to be the translator, the communicator for higher realms. And these realms are councils. They're not one being. You get the fortification of how many are on that council? So 5, 6, sometimes 6, it felt like 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's anywhere from 6 to 12, I think it was. Beings are there at all times. So, and they all have different aspects of of the dimensional correlation to quantum physics in their dimension. So, okay, so each dimension has levels, and each one of these beings in the council have access to different levels within that dimension, but they all can communicate telepathically with you. And the Ryan group is there, the there's a Gaia group that I think you call the Divine Mother. There's a Gaia group, and they also are working with you in the 6th dimension. So this location in Maui has lots of windows. It has, you can see the beach, you can see the water, you can see a little bit of sand, but you can see a bunch of palm trees and stuff. And there is a huge crystal, because you own this property. This is not a rental. There's like a huge medicine wheel of crystals that has this super, super healing power in it. It's a circle, it's got different lines to it. Each line has like it almost looks like Sanskrit kind of light language letter in each pie shape. And if somebody sits in the middle, they are transformed. This portal, really, when you sit in the middle, so it's actually looks like there's a circle where you can actually sit in the middle, and it's sitting on a chair because you're using this to heal. It's also a like a beam you up. Oh, it's a restoration of their soul device. So you're not just doing physical work, the soul work you're doing it's a retrieval of soul particles that have been okay. For this time period, more and more humans are going to be totally capable of doing what the ascended masters do. And so what you're doing with this space, you actually have retreats and you have people come, and it's not like people coming in wheelchairs or on crutches. It's nothing like that. These are the beings that need reinforcement to be the new leaders and the new guides. And you're their secret weapon, the restoration of their soul, which means that all the aspects of their personality and capabilities that are available at the time that they sit in the circle, sit in the center, all of those are reunited. And they're integrated at a cellular level. In order for this to happen, your work from now until this period, a lot of it's going to be on activating 4 strands, 6 strands, 8 strands, 12 strands of DNA so that this retrieval can happen, so that the codes have somewhere to land in the physical realm. Although they won't quite look as dense or as physical, they'll be physical, just like people that have passed can be physical, but they will not be there won't be any gray emanation in their aura. It will be only light and color.
Mhm.
So the Orion Council members that they're showing me aren't all from Orion. Why do you call it the Orion Council then? Right. Okay, that's just what they're called. Okay, so are all of these beings though are connecting to you right now and maybe giving you lots of ideas that will be integrated along the path. So they're still trying to figure out how to work with you without overloading you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
So what they're showing me is that you've done this on other planets that have been capable of ascending, and you have already ascended many, many times. You're like a what do I want to say? A divine divine anchor of consciousness that Earth called in as an assist in the evolution of all the species on the Earth. And this circle, it looks like a medicine wheel. Do you know what that looks like?
Yeah, I'm like a Mandela kind of a thing, right?
Well, it's on the ground and it's made with stones.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not colorful. It's not like a Buddhist sand painting mandala. It's actually looks like a big circle. There's a little circle in the middle. Otherwise, it looks like pie, like you took an apple pie and broke it into sections.
Yeah.
And each section has a different letter that looks like light language or like ancient Indian Sanskrit writing that has a meaning. And there's 12 sections and 12 DNA upgrades.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and what people have said about 12 DNA upgrades, you are capable of holding that, but very few other people on this planet are, because most of the people cannot hold their frequency. They're in a oscillation of energy that is incoherent with the frequency of love. The frequency of love and light that you can hold, and you naturally, it is part of your structure. It is actually part of your essence. That capability, there's very few of your type of they're showing me like a conductor. There's only a few of you that project managers for upliftment in available in the whole universe, in the galaxies. So you've done this before, and these 12 sections, and if there are 12 people in the Orion Council working with you at a time, see, there can be 6, and they would be responsible for 2 of those sections. So that each one of those sections, will you guys tell us what each one stands for? Yes, okay, good. Okay, so what happens is that you have the capacity to see with your third eye, and almost like an X-ray, it connect with the beings that are to assist on the earth, and they will find you. They once this information comes through of how you activate 12 strands of DNA, they will it be enlisted. It will be as though they were just waiting for the call. So, okay, so where you are right now versus this is that, okay, so that's a future state where you will be, it's like you've already made a bunch of money, that you're totally secure in all your money and light, and you have the perfect companion, you have everything you need to be totally satisfied. And then this is like your philanthropy, but these people do, it's like having a getaway that they're showing me a Hindu palace that's on Kauai, that's on 400 acres or something. I saw pictures of it last night, and they're showing me that to explain it. So your house and your energy is of divine beauty. There's sculptures there. There's huge amethyst crystals. There's huge citrines. There's sacred geometry things, like spinning in the ceiling. The place is just like almost like walking into a vortex in Sedona. And the Lemurian Light Temple on Maui is actually in the clouds. So you're looking at the view out of your glass window, and you can actually see it floating. And it is, there's beings on it that are in white robes. They are very aware that you can see them, because usually they're cloaked. And what the beings that are being activated in this circle are doing is they're also being connected to that Lemurian temple. Okay, so and most people look like Palladian type beings. It's like humanoid, attractive humanoids. It's not, there aren't a lot of other kinds of beings here, and they're very, very luminous, like the Lemurian temple, light temple. Those beings are very luminous. The thing that they're showing me is that they have a different energy source. That's why they can cloak themselves and float above. They aren't going to take a chance of getting drowned again. So they went to a different dimension. And you're welcome there anytime. So whatever when you're living at sixth dimension, you're going to be able to go to up to ninth pretty easily in meditation. So you're capable of not just bilocating, you're capable of going there at any time. So it's almost as though there's a maybe is so your partner, your female partner, is connected to them. That's how this works. Okay, so your female partner is connected to that Lemurian temple. And so because of your connected energy and the balance of the male and female energies in both of you, there's a huge connection to that temple of light and your location and that wheel, that medicine wheel or ascension wheel or soul retrieval wheel
Mhm.
or DNA activation wheel. Can you see it? Can you see in my third eye? Can you see what it looks like? It's really beautiful.
I think so. I think so, if this is right, but like I see a lot more stones on the outside, like making out the like a row, like maybe like 5 or 6 rows, and then the single rows dividing it into the 12, and then like different like flower petals and stuff like that. Climbing up within the circle and stuff.
Yeah, so that I'm seeing more the whole picture of it, like looking at like on the deck overlooking so I'm looking down at the circle and then being able to see the temple of light, and no one hardly can see that. You're totally aware of it, totally working with them, trying to restore what happened when Atlantis fell, trying to restore all of the connection back with nature and how to balance, help be part of the solution rather than the problem with the earth. Okay, so let's see. So now we're coming back to pacing it back a little bit to how you got there. So you still, what is right now you are here and you have projects that are in action. Okay, so they show you being incredibly generous and still sharing things online and being like a personality online, but somewhat introverted still, where you protect yourself so that you can keep working on your shadow work and healing. So when you are with people that you're not projecting anything or they're not projecting anything, so that you're in this period right now where the projects are still reflecting your purification, they're being purified. So everything you're doing, it's still in motion, being upgraded. Again, what you're suggesting is adding with your hands, adding a lot of your uh your sixth dimensional vibrational balance into everything. So consciously, when you do a class and when you look online on your class, use your hands and project frequency to the online class, project frequency to the divine ray class or project. Projected, Kathy can help you put more of your soul frequency in it, but you can do a lot yourself where the capacity to upgrade in secure, create non-infiltration capacity to anything you do. So the reason they're saying that is that your energy is so bright that they don't want anything to disrupt, they want to protect your light. So they're saying by putting extra frequency into everything, it will protect everything. It'll create a much more magnetic attraction to it. And it will improve it. It will actually, you will feel like there's an anchor, an energetic anchor into each one of the things that you've created in the past that is now going to be at a higher level. Okay, so right now, how many? So you right now are about to get more of an upgrade again on your DNA. You have your 4 strands active, but they're not, it's like a note playing and the chord isn't quite as strong as it could be. And they use that analogy because it is frequency and sound. And so part of the way that all your students will find you is through your voice, but also through your frequency of these 4 strands of DNA. The crystalline upgrade of it is they're showing me all these sacred geometry codes that are actually going into the helix. So it's okay. So you already have the one twist. They're showing me this like it's a separate twist, but it's not freestanding. It's still connected, but it's like connected on the twist, not on the twist, but on the fatter part. So if you picture in and out, it's connected on the bumps. Does that make sense? Can you
Not
picture
really.
that?
Doesn't make any sense at all.
Okay, so if you have your DNA strand, can you picture that? Where it's twisted? We
Yeah, I mean, I
we
know
have
what
2 DNA strands in our cells. So your neck, you have 4 activated. Most people don't, but you do. That's part of how you can be living in the 6th dimension. I mean, that's very rare here. And that's why these other councils can work with you, and why the angels live in the 6th, 7th, and 8th. The elementals live in, and fairies live there. The dragons live in the 9th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, I guess. But so you're already living in an angelic realm most of the time. In order to do that, you activated, whether you know it or not, you activated 4 strands rather than just the 2 strands. They're not in like a rope, like you would see like how a Navy rope has all those twists to it. They're showing it as 2 helixes touching. I can
Okay.
bring you a picture. I can't explain it any better than that right now.
No,
But
I know what
there's,
that looks like. Yeah,
huh?
it's just 2 DNA strands touching each other.
Rather than twisted together.
Right.
But once you get, so they're almost like 2 trees in a forest, and then the other ones may build around it. We'll have to ask about that too. But you're gonna start feeling these codes that are gonna connect the two helixes, where they will be communicating back and forth. And that's partially what all of this CME light from the sun is those codes are doing that to upgrade every cell in your body. That's part of why you work on shadow work, is that with all that light, the shadow shows itself, and then you can release it and you can see it for others. Because once you've seen it for yourself. Okay. So I see. So you have a divine partner that has done this with you before on other planets, and she's coming in. How soon would that be? Is that? Okay. They don't know exactly, but they're saying that she's going to find out about the divine ray work and the app, and she's gonna somehow, once you put your signature in it, she's gonna find you. She's been looking for you. So because she may remember more of your plan together than you do. Okay. And so she's already got her 4 strands activated as well. So you're going to help each other stabilize as you keep expanding and upgrading your frequency. Because your frequency, once you can hold that much information, it's like it's like the difference between being able to see, hear to 10 feet out versus miles or meters, or I mean, you're gonna be able to see like drone footage view versus right here, and you'll be able to expand your knowing so that you'll make different decisions. And she'll help balance that in a lot of ways, because first of all, you won't think you're going crazy because somebody else will be there that also has the same thing. But the physical upgrade, some of the physical upgrade is going to come through divine sexuality. That's why. So some of this is coming through, it's almost tantric engagement. The spark of the Kundalini engagement is partially how the more of your DNA will get activated in each cell. So it seems like it's pretty pleasant way to do it, rather than lying there getting fried. So okay, so let's see. So when she comes in, it helps you, and it's not like soul mate, it's like soul partner, because there's no, it's almost like shared feeling, where it's there's a knowing and a real grounded feeling together. There's not any game playing or manipulation. It's just straight, clear, loving communication, because she's also capable of holding the same amount of information that you are. But both of you will be reassuring each other. Okay, so then the next thing is I'm seeing both of you doing things together, like either on a virtual stage or in person, where you're both sitting side by side on a stage or standing by each other, but what I see is sitting, and you're sharing things about higher dimensional awareness, which is unique because most of the teachers that have been awakened are still going to be talking about fifth dimensional awareness, and you will be able to talk about six and above. And some of the information that you'll be sharing is it's the ancient, it's the capacity for the human to be a divine being. So a lot of the social constructs of shame, blame, and release of old patterns that were not real, were not truthful. I see that there's gonna be, like, some people are gonna have instantaneous, like, not necessarily awakening, but remembering around you guys, that there's something about your capacity to hold a field that will, like, spark people waking up in a different way. It's not where they're gonna be, it's not like samadhi where you create a field and people bow at your feet and kiss your feet and all of that, although they could, but you don't want that. It's about this like remembering. Oh, okay. So the path that you guys are on stage, and these people that are listening to you are trying to get part of their superpowers, and what part of their superpowers are later on going to be telepathy. But what they don't even know that they lost those capacities. They don't know that that memory is in their system, that this vehicle was upgraded to do all of that. And so part of what's going to happen when you two are on stage is there's going to be this instantaneous shift for people in the audience. So I see you guys at the front of it's a stadium, a stage, and it's in like a concert hall where they might have a small symphony or a small theater, and there's maybe 400 people there. There's a kid, the riser kind of rows, and it's like where you would have a small symphony. So there's 3 sections of seating, and then there's a couple balconies, and then there's like the mezzanine, and it's packed. And people are actually in the audience, all of a sudden, like, lit up, and you can almost see that they're ignited. For those that can see, they can see the flash. So it's almost as though your two energies together can transform the cover that was hiding their light, and people that see and feel will feel them expanding right in front of them. So it'll be so pleasant. The whole room is lit up. They just showed me Bratzo. So I worked on the Bratzo event, and they're showing me. So Bratzo, what he would do is he had this like legions of angels that would come off from behind him, and they would touch each person, and then any gray smoky stuff that was in their field would come up and be brought up into a ball, and then it was just transmuted from there. So it wasn't it didn't cause too much disruption in the room, in the person. They could just let go of whatever wanted to be let go of. You're doing something like that, and you do have lots of help if you want it, because at the sixth dimension, you can ask every angel that you want, every elemental and every fairy to help you in that room. So you two are sitting there, but you've got this amazing capacity to get an outreach. So, okay, so what I'm seeing though is that you're kind of amazed as this is happening. You knew it would, but you're kind of amazed because in this particular group, out of maybe 300-400 people, there's quite a few on this one floor. I can't really tell what's happening. You're like popping like popcorn. There's like 50 of them. That's a lot. That's like a sixth of the space. And the people are crying. The people that it's happening to are crying. Yeah, it's joyful crying, but they're crying because they just had this huge heart opening that allowed them to remember who they were. Now, question, are they angels too? No. Are they earth angels? No. Are they fairies? No. Are they elementals? No. So they're Christed light beings. Yes. Okay, so they just are humans that were capable at that moment to receive the gift that you have. Can you feel that at all? Can you feel anything with that? The heart, it's really amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm kind of doing that right now with people and stuff and these big moments happening and everything, so it's not a surprise.
Okay. Well, but you're doing it in a very public way. See, this is the capacity for you to be fearlessly doing this in public is unusual, without people making you a guru or, making it difficult for you to have a normal life. You figured out a way to do this work and impact a lot of people with it. Okay, so there we go from there. Then there's another aspect where you're teaching this, whatever you figure out with your partner, and your partner is has beautiful black hair, blue eyes. She's she's in her, what is she, 48? Something like, she's like 48 or something, 40 something. And beautiful, beautiful woman. And she is totally in the game with you. It's not, there's no competition, there's only loving support for both, and you feel that way about her too. There's not a competition or anything. What she's doing is the balance of your divine feminine and your divine masculine, and her divine feminine and her divine masculine is creating a different frequency for both of you, almost as though it's it's a quantum, what's the right word? Quantum expression of the creator. Quantum expression of the creator, which is difficult to keep in the physical. But you too can do that, and you also, because as the more you do this, the more your DNA strands will activate. Okay, so I see you going from you doing these stage appearances together in lots of different places. So it isn't just in Canada, you're going to other places and where you're on stage. And there's you build quite a following of people that want to know what you know, or are looking for release of pain, but you are really dedicated to empowering them on their own path. You don't want Jesus syndrome. You don't want that. You want to clear them, rack them, stack them, clear them, and then next, and then rack them, stack them, clear them next. And then once you've done that, you're teaching them how to use those skills. So your school ends up being alchemy, ancient arts. It's tremendously powerful, and you're so protected. You don't have to worry about con artists or anything in it. There's so much protection for this because it leads to that the retreat center in Maui. So, and there's one of the places I see you is like in a dome, where you're almost doing like a glowing, I wish you could see this so I could explain it better. I see this half sphere of energy around everyone that you have in the room. So it's a dome building, but your light is created almost like a force field dome. And it's, again, purging and clearing and transmuting anything within it. That while you're teaching people how to play with energy and how to create the new earth. And actually also how to work with these other beings that are inhabiting this space with us, because once they get cleared and they can work at a higher level, they're going to be totally aware of the orbs and the fairies and the other elementals that and dragons that are available for them to work with. Okay. And there's something about this dome energy that's part of the healing of the earth, because whatever you're doing is gonna, okay. So they're showing the dome energy, and then they're showing it going all the way in, actually all the way through the earth to the other side, and starting to activate all of the electromagnetic grids that were set when we were terraformed. That people have been working on the ley lines and everything. And this is the other part of it where it needs, it's not Tesla energy, but it kind of has that fiery kind of energy to it. And it goes, you know how they kid and say you go to China if you keep digging. It's kind of that. So wherever you are in this dome, wherever that goes all the way through the earth to the other side, that's a node for the earth to help it stabilize these new energies. That's neat. So I also see that any time you would like, you can be gifted more information from this Orion Council. And Orion is, there's good and bad beings in Orion. There's Orion A and B, I think, or Sirius A and B, but I think Orion has multiple planets. So, but you're totally protected from any of the dark beings. I'm also seeing, I mean, there's times where you almost have a Christed light appearance where you're don't appear totally physical. And that's almost like when your battery is totally full and then you give off energy, it's almost like you have a process that you pull it in and then you overflow it. And then when your field is fully lit, that's when you're almost don't look solid. You look more like Christed light. And that's really cool. There's something with music also that's happening with you that part of the attraction and creative work that you're gonna do with the app has something to do with musical frequencies. And what they're saying is they're showing me this presentation from this woman from Arcturus, that she played this clip at a presentation that was Palladian, Syrian, and Arcturian. It must have been those three. And it sounded like the fifth dimension singing. And that's what you're gonna bring some of that. It's very loving, soft, melodies. But she said, Atasha said to me, don't think that we're gonna come and talk to you in words. We're gonna talk to you in song like this. And so part of what you're gonna be bringing in is some of that song, so that the consciousness of humans, the global consciousness, will be aware of it before contact, so that they'll be comfortable and excited, more excited, because it's like, do you know the fifth dimension music? Do you remember? It's the Age of Aquarius.
Yeah.
Okay, it's that kind of music. It sounds like a bunch of different it's not a cappella, but it's kind of like that, where there's different chords to the song, different melodies, but they're singing their language. So the emotional response is the language more than, and the frequency that's in it more than the word. So it's not like translating from English to French or Italian or German. or this is translating by the body reaction, the physical loving reaction. The thing about your fields right now, I don't know if you're noticing it, but you are really being tooled up with these. They look like they're glass, but they're sacred geometry shapes and they're codes and they're going into you. I don't know if you can feel it at all or, but that's what, it may be a little disorienting because you're getting tons of it. Tons of it. So that's part of your capacity to hold more light is those crystalline shapes are in your, they're going to be in your physical shape without discomfort. They're actually feel, I think they feel good.
Mhm.
But that's what's going to help you hold the light without you having to relinquish the old. It's not like a snake losing its skin. Your upgrade will be without that much discomfort because they're tooling. It's almost like it's like programming. You're getting an upgrade. But the program is actually these crystal sacred geometry shapes. And they're not solid. They're like, if there'd be like glass pipes for a Merkaba, instead of a solid Merkaba, they look like they're the lines of it are the crystals going in. It's not quite like snowflakes. It's more it has more depth of field. Okay. So you're, after you do a bunch of these traveling presentations, you're going to have people that want like a mystery school kind of training, an alchemy, because the Lemurian Light Temple and the Orion Council are going to give you ancient it's alchemic processes that can clean, clear, and change humanity. It will help reduce the violence, the violent nature, and the separation, anxieties, and separation modules that are in effect right now. There's a very high frequency coming in. Hold a second. So they're also saying that you are going to start seeing that you have new like handlers, new masters that are going to come to you. It's almost like you've finished one level and the next level is going to come in. And that'll help you know, stabilize the fifth to sixth. Because you're hardly in three, you're in fifth and sixth, but it'll stabilize you so that that'll be useful. You can be here and there at the same time without discomfort or handicap from it, because that's more your nature. Your nature's higher. So you will still have a house in Canada too, because of your family. You'll still, don't you have a daughter, I think?
Yeah, I got 3 kids.
Yeah, so you'll still have a relationship. In fact, they're going to be interested in everything you do rather than be afraid of it. They're gonna benefit by it. And your way of funding these transitions are going to be your teaching schools, your one-on-ones, and your divine ray. The divine ray is going to take off.
I know.
So that's going to fund a lot of these things, but your ego is really in check, David. It's not, which is unusual for a lot of people that I work with. And so you're really in service to the all, and you know it. And so there's not going to be the same temptations to go out and buy a sports car and all of
No,
that stuff.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, some people do.
Yeah, no.
So, okay. I'm trying to see if I can get the thing from you being on all those stages and traveling the world doing this work, or at least North America. I mean, even if you just did North America, that would be a huge help for the earth.
Yeah.
But
I think it would be just really dependent upon like the online and how things shape up, like with everything that happens over the next year, really.
well, the Orion, see, that's why you have to know that you're protected more than you know. See, that's the thing, is that if the internet goes out,
Yeah.
you're gonna be protected. Somehow there'll be a workaround for you, or your part won't go out. You're gonna see it's what you're doing is a divine assignment. It's not part of the human drama and play. See, there's a play, and you've already elevated yourself out of most of it already by your focus and by your heart and by doing the shadow work. That shadow work that you did on yourself and that you've done for others, you've benefited every time you've done something for someone else. So you're so much more clean than almost, I mean, maybe 1% of the planet. So you have a lot of support that you may not be aware of, that will be even stronger. They're going to make you more and more and more aware of them. Let's put it that way. Because this was part of what you signed up to do. You didn't have to come at all. You've already ascended. So this is this you thought would be an easy assignment.
Yeah, I did actually. It's not though.
Well, it's
A
because
lot harder than I thought.
yeah, that's what they want you to know, that you've got two or more councils that you can call on, plus all the ascended masters, because you have the same when you're fully realized, when your DNA is activated to the 12th strand, you're and you're already at the 6th dimension, and you'll be able to access up to the 9th easily. You have no issues with any human-made constructs. You're out of that game. You're at the next level. Does that make sense to you?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. So, what I'm trying to get is the time frame from you traveling to this beautiful house.
It's
And
probably like, it's within 2 years for sure, but probably like a year and a half, maybe.
yeah, is it year and a half? No, is it? So the house in Maui is they said 4 years.
Okay.
The relationship is it 1, 2 within 2 years. And she's going to find you through the Divine Ray app. And that's because, again, I hope you'll do this. I can help do, they'll give me some of your soul energy to help you do it as well. But you'll be putting some of your life force ingredients, recipe, whatever, light quotient into your online classes. You're going to actually put your palms out and zap it online on the website, and you're going to zap the app. And you may have to zap the app every day for a while to get it cranking. And then she will be able to see, she will sense, what is this? There's something here. And that's how she'll find you. That's what they're showing.
Great.
Okay. Do you have questions?
Not really, no. I mean, I very very aware of what I gotta do right now anyway, and just gotta keep going and going and growing.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, well, I see you really happy, really healthy, totally protected. Um, it's almost like you look younger, because of the light that's emanating out of you. And that people are kind of hanging on your words, because your perspective is like from that drone footage, not from here. So what you see and what you have the capacity to talk about is so elevated that it's almost uh it's almost enchanting to the listeners until they somehow get the frequency and get empowered to do it themselves.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, yeah. So I don't really see your kids very much. You have a relationship with them, but when you're traveling and stuff, I don't. I mean, you have a relationship, but I don't see them living with you or in the Hawaii. I don't see
Mhm.
them. They not to mean they can't visit or anything, but I don't see them being a part of the energy pod. It's you and her. The other thing I think you're gonna there's so the sounds are gonna come through, there's gonna be some sort of singing, whether it's light language kind of singing, or there's frequencies in song, but there's also they're showing sacred geometry, copper and gold devices. They showed it originally in the Hawaii house with the something spinning on the ceiling. But I think there's gonna be some of those around that wheel or inside the house. Oh, okay. So the other thing, have you ever heard of the Pandora starlights?
No, I have not.
Okay, there was a device called the Lucia lights that were created by two Swiss guys that are $25,000. They're not very portable. They're lights that are LED lights that flash that affect brain functioning. And the Pandora starlights are a cheaper version of that is more portable. It's about $5,000, $6,000 with all the stuff. And I see you using that in the Hawaii house. And is Richard there too? Okay, so Richard Yap is there. It's somebody I can introduce if I can find him. He's went underground during COVID. So he's a magical being, and he's Australian. Yeah. He's connected to the Lemurian light temple and those lights. So okay, is that it? Is that correct? Yes. Okay. Is he in there too? Okay, so and his girlfriend, wife, whatever you want to call, his name is Cian, she's there too. Okay, is anybody else we know there? No, nobody I know, okay. Anybody that he knows? No. Apparently there's gonna be just these beings that are like Christed beings that are gonna come to be activated in that wheel. And they're gonna be the key people you work with. The school will actually have multiple levels of classes, and some of these beings are gonna help teach. You're not gonna, you're free to do other things. You don't have to do it all. They'll do a bunch of it, most of it, once it's established. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. You're wearing white. You're wearing like this cool outfit. Kind of Greek god-like thing.
Yeah, sure. The linen, white linen thing,
Huh?
like a white linen kind of outfit.
Yep. Yep. You
Mhm.
both are. So it's kind of,
It's high frequency.
well, they showed me there's a Hindu temple that's on Kauai, and it's these Hindu priests came over from India and they're carving it. And my friend at dinner last night was showing me pictures of their hand carving these gorgeous elephants and everything while the stones are there. It's not like they
Yeah.
did it somewhere else and brought it there. They're actually praying as they do it. And it seemed like there was that kind of reverence in your house. It was mostly white. It had flat roof in the part that we were looking out. It was beautiful, big porch. If I can find a picture of something that feels like it, I'll send it.
Mhm. Okay, well, thank you so much for the reading. That was beautiful.
And you don't have any questions? Usually people have questions. No?
No, not really, no.
Did it make sense?
Um, well, I mean, it's a timeline, right? Like, and there's like an infinite number of timelines, and a lot of it's parallel to stuff I'm doing already, but I'm definitely not waiting for somebody to do what I'm planning on doing. And I don't think I need a divine flame secret energy to accomplish the things that I'm going to accomplish in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not leaving my kids to live with somebody in another place. But I mean, apart from all of that, I mean, it's all like the schools and the training, the mystery, the anchoring, the working with all the dimensional beings and stuff. It's stuff that I'm doing already. The classes, the teachings, and everything. I'm doing that already. Mystery school, meetings, courses, the whole 9 yards. And so the events, the public events, it's on my radar to start doing. The app is almost ready, and I know that's going to do really well. So it's just what I'm focused on now is not like a potential future like that. Like I'm focusing really focused on the marketing and helping people connect to consciousness across the planet, capturing the people who are awakening, and to connect them to their consciousness and everything. And that's why I'm really focusing on the spiritual hygiene and the test your vibration and having these ways for people to get in, and doing the PR and the campaign to reach out to people who are outside of our communities and stuff like that. So that's all like in my peripherals right now.
Uh-huh.
Of course, having a place in Hawaii and stuff would be nice. And I know it's got beautiful Lemurian energy there. And it's very possible. It's very possible that could have a place out there, maybe meet a partner in a couple of years. By that time, my kids would be 9 and 11 and 17. So yeah, I'm just not going to leave them, not for anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it wasn't that you were leaving them for anybody. It was that you were traveling to do the work. You were doing live events.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
weren't leaving them, and there was nobody that was trying to have you leave them. No, it was just part of the whole opportunity to have everything that the best that life can give.
Mhm.
That's all. But it wasn't about, traveling. You'd still have a place in Canada, and the Hawaii thing is it's like a retreat center kind of thing.
Yeah,
So there, because it housed all those people.
yeah, I know.
Cool.
Hmm. Yeah, it's going to be
So,
great.
okay. Well, I don't know if that helped you. I hope it did.
Well, I know it was cool. I mean, it's very cool that you can tune into that and everything. It's neat.
Yeah, well, if I find out more stuff, I may have to watch this again. But the Ryan Council, if I can get you more information about that and what that could do to enhance what you're doing, or to create another level of understanding for you.
Hmm. Yeah,
Uh,
I'll connect into it. That's fine. It's no problem. I'm just
okay.
connecting to the councils. All right. Thank you so much, Kathy. Really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
dear. Thank
All
you.
right. All right,
Okay. Well, let
have
me
a
know
great
if I
day.
can help with anything. Okay?
Okay, thanks so
Okay,
much.
and I'll send you the recording.
Okay, beautiful.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.